How can you tell if your partner is dead?
Well, are they moving, breathing, speaking? Are they nagging you and berating you for all your behaviour?
These are the
Are they
things.
finding fault, Sam?
OK, it's to do with tossing.
You toss them?
You do. You absolutely do. It is the practice of people throwing or tossing people on blankets. So, this guy in the middle is called Johann Unser. He was a German doctor, and in the 18th century was visiting Corsica, and he wrote down about this. When a married man died, it was common for villagers to toss the corpse on a blanket for hours on end, which occasionally had the effect of bringing him back to life. If he didn't come back to life, then the local women would gather and they would beat his widow as a punishment for letting him die. If it turned out he wasn't dead, then I imagine she dealt with him. It's not uncommon, it's not just in Corsica. So you get it in Spain. It's called pelele and prellen in Germany. It's a bit like giving somebody the bumps on their birthday. And it was a common thing to toss people up and down in that way.
Is there any, like, medical basis for that to work, like jolting the heart?
Well, it could be, but I mean, it has a kind of a superstitious background to it. So the idea of tossing things in the air to ward off evil spirits. And it probably comes from winnowing. So you know about separating the wheat from the chaff. So the simplest way is to toss it in the air because the chaff is lighter than the wheat and the wind will blow it away. And so there's a sort of symbolic thing of doing that with human beings.
He's dead. He's alive. He's alive. Oh, he's dead again. His neck's broken. Where's his widow? It's your fault.
Yeah, your fault. One of the most famous recipients of a tossing, Sancho Panza from which book?
Oh, Don Quixote.
Don Quixote, chapter 17. He and his master refused to pay an innkeeper's bill, and so he's grabbed by a group of lodgers and they toss him up and
Queen
down.
Elizabeth, she was tossed, wasn't she?
Queen Elizabeth I?
The second.
The second?
Yeah. The day of the coronation.
Do tell.
Well, they had a rehearsal and
Right.
the Archbishop of Canterbury and a few of the cohorts, they gave her a toss. And that's the tradition. People aren't familiar with it because we haven't had a coronation for ages, but Charles is next.
Really?
Is that actually a thing? Like,
Of course not, you fool.
No, darling. You thought your nan catching a bus was a game. Bless your heart. But there were strict rules about it. But if you really wanted to punish somebody, you would laden the whole thing with logs and tools and... I know. And it wasn't just humans that were tossed. There was actually a game called Fuchsbrellen, or fox tossing, played by German aristocrats in the 17th century. And they had actual courts for fox tossing. The winner was the team that got their fox highest in the air. The whole ground there, it's covered in sawdust in case they missed, and that's to protect the fox. It's to keep it alive for the next tossing, because they're valuable. The most famous match was held in Dresden. There was a man called Augustus II, the Strong, he was known as. In this particular game, 647 foxes, 533 hares, 34 badgers, and 21 wild cats were tossed. And the whole game finished off with a jolly good clubbing.
Oh, God.
I know, for any animals that were still alive.
And the Tories want to bring it back.
I like Augustus the Strong. He liked to toss with just one finger, like that. So he had a sling attached to the blanket.
Do that again.
He was an extraordinary fellow, Augustus the Strong. He liked to break horseshoes with his bare hands. That was fun.
You know what's worse than being tossed?
What's that?
Indoor tossing.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah.
Especially for women, because there's always the glass ceiling.
Oh, very good.
A good tossing can save a marriage. Wow.
How did Catherine the Great die?
Oh, it's quite famous how she died. Fortunately, I don't know.
She would?
She didn't have sex with a horse.
Correct.
She...
died on a commode.
Oh.
Oh, no, that was out of
Oh, dear. Joe, you're on fine form. Well, commode, Lewis. There are those, of course. Elvis Presley was said to have died that way. George II died at stool. But at stool was how they described it, rather splendidly, straining away. But no, Catherine, she did have a stroke on the loo, on the commode, but she died in bed.
Is that a euphemism?
Many ways.
She did have
A stroke on the commode. Well, we'll leave you there, love, for a minute.
She did have sex with horses, though.
No, she didn't. No.
That horse's head is too small.
Yeah, they did paint them like that, didn't they?
really
It's a
odd.
very odd 18th century thing, painting horses with small heads.
She never had sex
No, that's
with
what
one horse.
Not, no, it
Donkey?
was sort of made up, nor a donkey. She did with lots of courtiers. She was a very sexy
Not quite
actress.
the same, though, is it?
No, it's not, no. But the point, her son Paul, who hated her, became Paul I, the Tsar.
He spread that rumour,
He
did
spread
he?
the rumour, as did, and the French were also responsible for spreading it. They had...
My mum, right?
That's
What
why
she's done, right? My mum, never believe it. She's had sex with a horse.
That's why I'm so good at show jumping.
Anyway, despite all the salacious gossip, Catherine died in bed where she was being cared for following a stroke. The Great Fire of London destroyed 13,200 houses, 87 churches, 44 livery halls, and over 4/5 of the city of London with a capital C. How many people died in that 5-day conflagration?
I think it's 4 people. It's some very low figure of...
I'm going to give you the points because
Yes.
it's 5 people.
5 people, oh, well.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Only 5 are recorded. The maid of the baker who started the fire, Paul Lowell, a Shoe Lane watchmaker, an old man who rescued a blanket from St Paul's but succumbed to the smoke, and 2 others who fell into their cellars in an ill-fated attempt to recover their goods and chattels. The mayor, actually, Thomas Bloodworth, went back to bed on the first night saying a woman might piss it out. The previous Great Fire in 1212 killed 3,000 people. How many Spartans died at the Battle of Thermopylae?
Oh. It can be 300. Well, I saw a documentary about this.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure it's definitely 300.
The film is called 300?
Is there not a thing that one... Because there weren't just Spartans there.
Sparta!
There were...
That is how it's pronounced.
There weren't just Spartans there. There were other... But I think one of the Spartans... The Spartans sound
There was
nasty.
a narrow coastal pass that was defended just by Spartans, 300 of them, plus their king, played by Gerard Butler, who was... Spartan! Called...
The 301st?
His name was... He was the 301st. Leonidas, if you prefer.
Leonidas.
He's
now got a chain of chocolate shops.
I was brought up to call him Leonidas, but Leonidas it seems to be the way now. I don't know. Who knows? But Leonidas or Leonidas, thank you. He defended a narrow coastal pass, and so they're 301. Only 299 Spartans died, though, so it leaves 2 who didn't. Leonidas did. 2 survived because they never took part.
Mike and Bernie Winters.
A lot of nudity going on, which was a very Spartan thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got his sword.
The couple by the tree seemed very fond of each other, one's grasping the nipple of the other. Their swords casually laid against
so
them.
much effort and not put your pants on.
There's something about the one of the ones that they were ashamed.
They were desperately ashamed. One called rather wonderfully Pan-Titties. It's a bit like...
Do you mean pantitis?
There was an MP who was introduced to Churchill, his name was Bossum, and Churchill said neither one thing nor the other. But anyway, Pan-Titties, or Pant-Titties, or whatever he was, Pantites, went off to deliver a diplomatic message, apparently, an embassy, and he hanged himself from shame when he got back and saw that he was the only survivor. In fact, he wasn't the only survivor, because Eurytus couldn't fight because of an eye infection. The Spartans have taken all the credit for the winning of the Battle of Thermopylae, but it was very much a combined effort with the Athenians, who were their allies at the time. Herodotus, known as the father of history, who was born 4 years after the battle, is the closest contemporary source, and he estimated the Greeks numbered about 5,000.
He was born 4 years after it happened.
Yeah,
but
he's the closest
best we can do.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
That's all right, then.
No one else wrote...
That's
no one
better
else...
than a lot of ancient history.
The father of history, what's he called?
Herodotus.
Herodotus. Because it must have been a lot easier when he was around. I'm not having a go at him.
No, it's a fair
But less
point.
things had happened back then.
Fewer things.
Yes.
I think.
Common usage. I'll play common usage cards.
It's so like being back at school. It's unbelievable.
Apparently, you can say less or if you want to now.
Apparently, you can just say what you like these days. Apparently, that's
You can literally say less if you want.
Apparently, you're not allowed to scream idiot at people. What was the point in getting an education at all? I know how to use the apostrophe. Apparently, now it doesn't matter. What I want the time it took me to learn that back.
You need to be less bothered about this, or fewer bothered. You need to be fewer bothered about this kind of thing. Just let it go. Be fewer upset.
So, come in, lie down, pop your feet in the stirrups, and let's see what the trouble is. What did Typhoid Mary die of?
Oh, don't start.
Yes, Ross. Was it a lack of circulation to her toe?
Yeah, possibility. Is it typhoid?
Her name, as the label around that toe said, was Mary Mallon, and she was known as Typhoid Mary. What did she die of? It wasn't typhoid.
Why am I interrupting you? I don't even know.
That's GI.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with her.
Would-
Boredom. She'd had a boredom
That's
from
what I was gonna say.
waiting to get typhoid and never getting it.
She had typhoid.
But
she
she
didn't
never
suffer
had
from typhoid.
symptoms.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Lucy Porter.
You're
She
welcome,
didn't
Stephen
have the
Fry.
symptoms. As Typhoid Mary, round about the turn of the century, was a cook in New York, an Irish immigrant.
As the name would suggest.
Yeah.
Irish.
And she had typhoid, but no symptoms. She wasn't ill. She was immune to it, to all intents and purposes, but she was able to give it to others. And she did. 30, 40, 50 people, possibly.
Must be freezing in that ward with all that snow.
It's taken his mind off the fact he's been attacked by an octopus.
Presumably
Something with trailing legs.
they're all lying there going, sorry, what did you say your name was? What, Mary? Glad to be sharing a ward with you.
Well, the sad thing is that she was not a nice person by any way of looking.
All right, Stephen, she's dead. Come on.
The thing is, she worked in households as a cook, and people would die of typhoid in the household where she cooked, and she would mysteriously leave and take up a job in another one. So she knew that she was a carrier.
Oh, she was a carrier.
Because she was put into quarantine, and then she could go free as long as she never worked in service again, didn't cook. Within weeks, she got another job as a cook. And she tried to hide from the authorities. And so she ended up the last 2 decades of her life in quarantine. And she died of pneumonia, in fact.
How did she pass it on? Saliva,
Oh,
fluids,
because she was...
body fluids.
Yeah, she had typhoid.
She went...
Yeah. Exactly, coughed, anything like that.
She didn't have to wee
So
in the
her name
soup
has become synonymous.
I don't know anything about it. I thought it was waterborne. Was that cholera?
Well, it's spread by the germ in question is Salmonella typhi.
I thought you said that it's spread by a German. I thought just one German walking around. Is that the fella there, is it?
There it is, yeah. Unpleasant looking. Why is it called salmonella?
Salmon. It's fish-borne.
They were named by a bacteriologist called Salmon.
Of course.
Dr. Daniel Salmon.
Of course.
Who also died of pneumonia, as it happens. Not of salmonella.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm looking at that, I'm never going to eat Wotsits again.
Was the second commonest cause of death for women up to the year 1800? Yes.
Kestrels.
What a wild stab in the dark.
Childbirth.
Childbirth was number 1.
Oh, right.
Very good that you...
Was Kestrels number 2?
No, it was number 2 I was asking for, and I took that to be your answer first time round.
Was it dehydration from having to lick the carpet clean because hoovers hadn't been invented?
Were these deaths at night? Because I could go with owls.
Let me say it's no kind of bird of prey.
Not even a swan?
Not even...
Swans flying at women really hard with stiff necks until they went through their bodies like a javelin.
No. So
Women lying all over the British countryside with swans.
No.
No?
Was it horse riding accidents?
No, that's, if I may say so, a great deal more intelligent, and I don't mean that in a patronising
Beaten
way.
to pulp by the husband.
Oh, hello. No, domestic violence was not it. It was domestic.
Beaten to a pulp by their sons.
That would still be domestic violence.
Falling down the stairs.
Being ducked
It was
as a witch
trying to do
down.
something. It was engaged in a domestic
Cooking.
activity. Cooking is the right answer, yes.
Death by cooking.
Yeah, largely because their dresses would catch fire. I don't know why that's funny. It is.
The second most common cause of death.
After childbirth, amongst
What happened to you? Set light to herself. In
I bet a lot of their husbands came in and went, blimey, that's a big roasty.
Now, which popular game traditionally ends with all the players being thrown into a lake of fiery sulphur?
Well, I hope it's show jumping. I hate show jumping. Oh, God. I'd have one of those after every jump.
Before and after.
Yeah.
It's not show jumping, though. It would certainly liven it up.
It sounds biblical.
I don't think it's the humans, though, it's pieces. Wouldn't it be pieces?
Well, I'll tell you that it's a game that went dramatically out of fashion in 1972. Early 72, it was more popular than Monopoly. But by the end of 72, it had almost completely gone out of fashion because of a film.
Mousetrap. Mousetrap.
No, there is no film of
Because of a
Mousetrap.
film. Is it Drafts? Remember that film? Drafts. The truth about drafts.
No.
Drafts makes you go bored. Don't play drafts.
The film is not a game, there's a game in it. This game is played in it, and it's scary.
Oh, is it a séance?
Yeah,
Ouija
it is a
boards.
seance using a Ouija board.
OK.
And what film has there a Ouija board?
The
The Exorcist is the right answer. One of the truly great films of the 20th century.
Is a Ouija board really a game? I don't remember ever seeing Ouija board scenes in a film and at the end going, right, who won? I'm here, not dead.
Well, the odd thing about Ouija, it was a board, it still belongs to Parker Brothers.
Get out.
Yeah. Ouija is a proprietary name, it's a trademark.
Is it Ouija?
Interesting point. That is some people's theory of the name of it is, yes, two words for yes. We, the French, and ya, the German. But no one's quite sure about where the name came from, except that it's a game that was invented. The board was invented and it was sold and people played it. I mean, it's weird to say that, but they enjoyed the fact that it nearly always works in as much as, you know, people spell out words and they don't quite know how they're doing it. It's clearly not dead people.
Yeah.
And in fact, it was not originally supposed to be dead people. It was supposed to be that you contacted yourselves, a part of yourselves that automatically wrote. It was not about seances.
Dead people just joined in.
Yeah.
This is good. This is the one for us.
Even when recently asked, only a third of the people who still use Ouija boards say they do it to contact dead people. And in the First World War, it was used to contact your troops abroad, supposedly.
So, hold on. Are some dead people trying to communicate with the living through Monopoly?
Yeah. There was a court case in the 90s, I'm sorry to say, in Britain, a murder case, quite an important one, and the jury had to be dismissed because in their hotel overnight, they used a Ouija board to try and contact the murdered person. And apparently the murdered person said, the guy in the dock is guilty, convict him. And so the judge heard about it and dismissed the jury, quite rightly, you may say. But the awful thing was, if they'd done it in the jury room, the judge couldn't have dismissed them. Because the judge has no right in law to know what goes on in a jury room. The deliberations must be private.
Unless he's dead.
Yeah, that's really complicated.
Was the guy guilty?
Unfortunately, he was retried and found guilty, which sort of is really irritating. So maybe the ghost of the murdered person did.
Where's the competitive element?
Suppose you just have a go.
Yeah.
Who are you trying to contact? Right, it's your turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you contact two dead people and then they box.
And then they tell you how it went.
Ghost boxing. Ghost boxing. On Sky Sports 2. Live ghost boxing from Auntie Vera's parlour.
That's it, people in sheets.
Yeah. The headless man And he's already down.
It's just going like that. It's kind of punchy.
Do you know there's an Elvis...
Yeah. There we go. Go on. Hit me. Hit me.
There's an Elvis seance website.
Of course there is. I bet there's more than one of those.
Yeah. Where you contact Elvis.
Online?
But it cautions, if you wish to repeat this experiment, please be considerate. Many people may wish to contact Elvis, and we're sure he's quite busy. Please treat this information...
For eternity.
Yes. Please treat this information the same as you would if he were alive and you had his email address, with respect. It's a terrifying thought, isn't it? A sort of posthumous Twitter and things like that. That would be hell, I have to say.
You just thought of that.
Yeah.
You're in it up to your neck.
Oh, God. Horrifying. But the reference in the Bible to the fiery lake or whatever is from Revelations, where it does say those who practice the magic arts will be cast into burning sulphur. So...
How about balloon animals?
Ooh, the punishment for people who do balloon animals is not specified in Revelation.
Giraffe. I think it's loneliness. The punishment for them.
Yeah.
I think it's long nights, sitting alone.
So, yeah, in my youth, games which conjured up the spirits of the dead were a popular gift for children. It's a weird thought. If they didn't like it, they could go to hell. So what's the best way to ensure that your family never forgets you after you're gone?
Oh, haunting.
Haunting is a good way, yeah.
Insists on being buried in an exact replica of your house.
Yes.
That they have to pay for and therefore sell the house they live in to...
You're still angrier.
Finance it, yeah.
Being stuffed.
Well, yes, being stuffed now...
Preserved in some way.
There's a very extreme example of that.
On the mantelpiece. Just slightly in front of the television so they can't see it.
There was an artist called Hananucha Masakichi.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of him? Yeah.
He's bloody good.
He's Japanese, and in the mid-1880s he was diagnosed with tuberculosis and knew he was going to die, so he made a statue of himself so lifelike and so realistic. When he stood next to it, people couldn't tell which was which, apparently. He handcrafted glass eyes and then bored a tiny individual hole for every pore of his body, and then took the hairs from every pore of his own body and put them into the other pores. He pulled out all his own fingernails and put them in like that, yeah? His toenails and his teeth, right? Now, obviously, this is a replica because it's quite shiny and obviously not anything like a real person.
Can you imagine if he'd done all that and someone had gone, actually, it doesn't look that much like you, and you're left
No teeth, no nails.
Imagine he'd done it, taken his eyes out at an early stage and realised what a stupid mistake that was. Oh, damn.
But it found its way, the original, to Robert Ripley's auditorium in Los Angeles. But
Not
unfortunately,
what he had in mind.
it was injured in an earthquake in '96, and it's currently awaiting restoration. There are other things you can do. What about letting your family see you disintegrate, see you in your coffin? Have a camera.
Have a camera in your coffin?
Webcam, yeah. There is a Seattle-based company called SeeMeRot.com. I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. And they have a light and they have a webcam, and you can watch your loved one basically rot. There you go.
Can I... When you say... The only problem I've got with that is loved one.
Their slogan, being dead and buried, doesn't mean you can't have friends over.
But it's buried underneath. Imagine if you were watching the webcam, just watching and watching and watching, and then suddenly it went... You would be so freaked out by that, wouldn't you?
What spread the Black Death? Go on, Jason.
Rats.
Rats.
Just got it out of the way. Get it out of the way. They came up through the toilet and ate everyone's arse.
For generations, we thought that rats brought the plague.
Fleas.
To Britain. Yeah, so fleas bit the rats and the same fleas bit the humans is what is what we used to think. That idea is pretty much dead now.
It's humans.
It's most likely that it was spread from one person
How come
to...
he didn't get a thing for fleas? I got one for rats, he didn't get one for fleas.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Because it was fleas, but not on rats, that's why.
Oh, I got you right. So there's nothing
Yes.
to do with rats at all.
No, the rats were pretty much innocent in this. They have had a bum rap.
That's hard.
So the studies in the last decade of plague victims' bodies, which have been unearthed during the Crossrail project in London, and studies of mortality data, which has been analysed in Oslo, both conclude the plague simply couldn't have spread as fast and as far if it was entirely dependent on old ratus. Anybody know about the tube lines, why they curve? Does anybody know?
To get round the corners.
It's exactly the right answer. So some people think it's to get round the plague pits. There's no evidence for this at all. The truth is, if you're constructing a tube line, it's much easier to dig down from a road than it is to dig under a building.
When might you engage in paradoxical undressing?
So you're undressing, but you're actually dressing.
No, it's not really paradoxical.
Is it physics or something? Physics or mathematics?
No.
Is it counterintuitive undressing?
That's much more what it is.
So taking your clothes off if Jeremy Clarkson asks you would be...
Meow.
Would be silly.
It's taking your clothes off when taking your clothes off looks like the worst possible idea you could have.
Is it some effect of hypothermia? Is it some mental thing that does to you?
It may be mental, it may be physical. It's not quite understood, but one of the...
Oh, that is very unpleasant.
Yeah.
Can we go back to the previous picture?
Yeah, it's one of the peculiar side effects of hypothermia when you're actually dying of cold.
You feel
hot. Almost the last thing you do, very commonly, not always, is take all your clothes off. And people think it may be a delusional thing, but it also is part of the fact that your blood vessels near your skin tend to just give up and open. And it may be that people feel very hot. Because you never survive once you've got to that stage, you can't actually ask someone why they did it. But it is a common thing for people to do, and they're
I went in freezing water once in New Zealand, and I screamed a lot and swam about a bit, and then I got out and I was completely shocking, livid pink, and felt hot.
Well,
so that was perhaps seconds from death then.
Maybe you Maybe you're one of the few who survived it.
Yeah.
Well, what sort of temperature do you think would start you on the road to hypothermia? Body temperature, I don't mean outside temperature.
What's the temperature in here?
Really, I'd say pretty quickly. I don't think you'd have to drop much, maybe 4 or 5 degrees below normal body
Basically, that's right, 35 degrees Celsius, once your body temperature starts to get below that. And interestingly, in the coldest cities in the world, hypothermia is very rare. It's much more common in places like Britain, where it doesn't get very cold at all. There's a very remarkable Briton called Lewis Pugh. Have you heard of Lewis Pugh? He's a man who's able to control his own body temperature. He does endurance cold swimming. As far as we know, he's the only person known to science who can do what he can do. He can swim in cold conditions unlike anybody else, and he is able to raise his body temperature at will. It's completely startling. He can stop himself shivering. He is really an incredible figure, and we contacted him. And he said that he thought he could do this...
He's not coming in here because it's freezing.
He said he thought he could do this because he had trained himself, as it were, over years and years and years to do these endurance swims in incredibly cold waters. And then his body, as it were, saw it coming and prepared for it. That was his only explanation. But
cold water has a bad effect on a boy. I mean, he looks good there. I bet he doesn't fill his swimming trunks when he gets home.
Well, maybe that.
But actually, this is not that unusual. We went on this yoga thing recently, and the yoga teacher was saying that these sadhus in India can do this body-raising thing. And in fact, they do it. They did some scientific experiments in the States where they shipped in these guys, you know, little wiry guys with turbans on, and they put wet towels on them. And they'd turn up their own body temperature, and they would literally steam the towels dry in a few minutes. Extraordinary.
Can you hire these people?
Yeah.
Well, a good act. They get on Britain's Got Talent.
That'd be really good.
Don't you?
What are you going to do? I'm going to dry this wet towel.
You could do patterns on wet towels with your hand. It's art.
The best thing to do with a dead donkey? Yes.
Christmas dinner. A lovely Christmas dinner. If you're having the big family round, a donkey will go a long, long way. A big old cavity, plenty of stuffing.
Can he be hung like a dead donkey?
People had this idea that donkeys knew when their death was coming and went away and apart from everyone else, like elephants are said to do. And therefore, to see a dead one was apparently very rare, although they're common. So it was considered very lucky. And you have to jump over it 1, 2, 3 times. The word donkey, when did it come into the English language?
When was Don Quixote published?
Oh! Yay! No, it's very odd. The word was ass all the way through the 16th, 17th centuries, most of the 18th century. In the late 18th century, it suddenly appeared, the word donkey. It was pronounced donkey, like monkey.
If we wiped out every single mule on this planet today, all of them, by next year, there'd be 10,000 of them.
Really?
At least.
How would that work?
Because they're hybrids. They can't breed amongst themselves.
No, exactly, yes.
They can't actually breed amongst themselves, though, so they rely on that.
I see
you
what
could
you
whack
mean.
them out.
So-
You'd still have horses getting donkeys, so you still get the mule population up.
You'll still have horses getting donkeys.
Yes. I wanted to put it mildly. I didn't want to say boning them.
Which way round is it, though?
It's the female horse.
Is correct, and the male donkey. So it's the donkey that does the shagging.
The donkey's little.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
So donkeys are quite intelligent. They have to find a box.
No.
Because in one department, Phil, the donkey is blessed.
Ah.
You see?
Oh, that's a long reach, though, still. In fact, the donkey can do it from a different field. It just...
And they have little...
If it chooses.
And they have a very Leslie Phillips way of treating their lady. They go, hee-haw. No, that's right, yeah. And the other way round is called a hinny. Did you know?
The what?
Hinny, a male horse and a female donkey. It's called a hinny.
A hinny?
They're much rarer. When the female horse gives birth to a mule, 99.99% of female mules are sterile, and the males are invariably sterile, but they don't know they are. So they have to be gelded so that they don't shag all the time. What about donkey's milk? Do you know anything about that?
Donkey milk?
Yeah.
It probably makes an amazing cheese.
Well, oddly enough, it's the one thing it doesn't.
No.
But Phil, come on, you're naive. Sometimes, honestly...
I want donkey cheese!
In India, they have always in the countryside fed babies on donkey's milk. It's very nutritious indeed. It contains oligosaccharides, which are very, very good for you and have all kinds of immuno-helpful things, don't they, Dr. Garden?
I'm sure they do, yeah. They're good for bathing in, too, isn't Cleopatra in ass's milk?
She was in ass's milk, absolutely, in pure donkey's milk. Poppaea, the wife of Nero, 300 donkeys were milked to fill her bath.
Big girl, was she?
Big girl, yes.